Hi everybody, this is Gary Fong, and in this video I'm going to be introducing you the exciting new technological breakthrough, which is the Phottix Mitros Plus flashes. And I'm not a paid compensated endorser for Phottix. In fact, they never asked me to do this video. The only reason why I bring this out is because I'm excited about the new technology that's not available anywhere else. What this is a built-in transceiver for radio. And so what it winds up doing is you can program this to be a transmitter or a commander for off-camera radio slave flash, or you can make it a receiver, and they're interchangeable. So in short, what this does is this takes the receiver, which is this guy here in the middle, and then the transmitter, which is this guy on the right, and it puts all of this technology directly integrated into the flash so that you don't have to deal with these. What's also cool is it is a regular TTL flash for your equipment. So you can leave it on the camera and then shoot your regular flash, and then when you decide you're going to do off-camera flash, simply change the mode on this and it will become a transmitter for the off-camera flash. That actually winds up being superior to this one right here, because when you put this into the camera's hot shoe, you wind up losing the ability to shoot on-camera flash. Not that you typically would want to shoot on-camera flash at the same time that you would shoot your other radio flashes, but you might. Maybe, for example, that you might want to use this as a fill flash or something like that. Then you would want to use something like this here. Now, this also represents quite a this one's got the light sphere. This one represents quite a savings over the original OEM brands, because this one I think is something like $400, and the equivalent Sony is $550. They both have the same guide number of 60. But this one right here will not allow you to send or receive in radio signals, and that's where the strength of the Phottix is. Now, this will also turn into a transmitter or receiver slave for your typical wireless infrared that comes with your camera. Your camera typically will have a triggering function for wireless, and this one can turn into a slave for that. But that would be really underusing the powerful capabilities of this as a radio unit. So my recommendation is, if you're going to go into off-camera flash, then simply get yourself a pair of these. And so one could be a transmitter, one could be a receiver, or vice versa, and then you don't need to take this off, and you can just use this as your flash unit, your TTL. Or you could buy one of these as a controller and then send signals, radio signals, to these two guys as receivers. But this is the more expensive way. You're almost actually better off just buying a third flash if you're going to want to use two off-camera flashes, because these have become quite inexpensive. Okay, so let me show you button by button how to operate the Phottix Mitros, turn it into a radio slave transmitter or receiver, and how to use the other functions that come with it. So the first thing we'll do here is we'll just go ahead and power it on. You'll see that it'll do the startup sequence. And then when it starts off in regular TTL mode. So this would be your standard flash mode for putting it on your on-camera flash. If you want to turn it into a radio, simply press this button right here, which is the M/S button, and that will take you into this menu right here. This menu right here will give you your different types of radio modes. So right now it's on off, and then you can put it way up here, which would be the Odin transmitter. The second one would be the Odin receiver mode. The third one would be the Stratos receiver mode. The fourth one would be optical transmitter, and the last one would be the optical slave. So again, the features that you really want on this one would be the radio transmitter and receiver. Let's put it in the transmitter mode so you can see how that works. So right up here you can see that there are 4 different choices for your power groups. The L is the one that is the direct on-camera flash. So that would be if it's just mounted to the camera, and that would be the direct flash. So if you want this to not figure into your exposure, make sure that it's off. If you want to change that and make this figure into the flash, then press the mode button, and it'll take you into the different ones. So this is TTL or manual or off. And of course, off would give you your off-camera effects. Down here would be power group A, and that means that any receiver that you put in the A power mode, it will give you, as it says right here, regular TTL. If I want to increase that or decrease that, then I would just go here to the right and left buttons and do an exposure override or underride. Same thing with B and C. So this is analogous to the regular Phottix radio receiver that would have to typically be between your flash and your light stand. You would have 3 different power groups. You see right up here, A, B, and C. And then on the other side, you would have your 4 channels, 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So when I press the right button, it takes you to the channel, and you can just choose between channel 1, 2, and 3, and 4. And the reason there's different channels is in case there happens to be someone nearby who's also using the Phottix system to trigger their flashes. You don't want the 2 to step over each other, okay? So right near now, I have it on channel 2 as a transmitter. So what I'll do here on this other flash is this guy, I've got it on... see if you can see this. This guy, I've got it right here. It's actually already on the receiver mode, and it's on channel 2. So if and you'll see right here the red light is blinking. The red light blinking means that it is in slave mode. When I press the test button here, you'll see that this flash now goes off, but the other flash did not. So let's turn this one into a receiver and just kind of reverse the process. So I'll hold this mode down for a while until we get back to this menu, and I'll go down here to the receiver mode. Under the receiver mode, you'll see right here it says Phottix receiver, and there's really only 2 different choices: what channel you're using and what power group you're in. So you got to make sure that you're on the same channel, and then you're going to choose what power group you're in under this choice right here. So it could be A, B, C, or D, and there's D, and then there's A. So let's put this in A right now. Another cool thing about this flash is it has a single button to take you into high-speed sync mode. That's it. And now you're in high-speed sync. You can take your flash all the way up to the limit of your camera, which in a lot of cases is 1/8,000th of a second versus the 1/250th of a second, which is the regular mechanical sync. Under transmitter mode, this is very similar to the mechanical Phottix transmitter, which actually now you don't even really need this anymore. You can just use one of these instead. And you'll see right down here that this has got like a high-speed sync button and the same controls that you would have with this one in transmitter mode. In other words, again, this flash right here integrates these 2 pieces right inside there. And what's cool about that is every flash that you have has both a transmitter and a receiver, which then integrates all of that and makes them switchable. So if you want to turn this into a transmitter, you can, or a receiver, you can, or leave it on your flash and use that at regular TTL. Okay, well, I certainly hope that was some information for you. Again, it is a technological breakthrough to have a transmitter and a receiver all in one low-cost unit, and this is a great way to get into off-camera flash. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel right here by hitting the subscribe button, or also check out GaryFong.com, where I have premium videos where you can see expanded length programming on how to unleash the power of your equipment. Thanks for watching.